All right, guys, happy Thursdays. So let's go over today's workout. It's gonna be 10 rounds for time. You guys are gonna be doing one pike handstand walk around a box, or maybe it's just a chair. And if you're not able to do all 360, whether because it's a chair, because your shoulders are getting tired, just do 180, stop, and then 180 to the other side. So it's gonna be one walk clockwise, one walk counterclockwise, followed by 10 hand release push-ups, and then 200-meter run. Okay? Let's go over the movements here, and then we're gonna talk about the workout. So for you pike handstand walk, you guys are gonna start with your feet on the box. Now, you guys are gonna get as comfortable as you can, right? And then from there, make sure your knees are locked and just walk around. If you're able to do all 360, that's awesome. If your shoulders start getting tired, you have a chair, okay? Then just stop and just walk the opposite direction, okay? So you guys are gonna be doing one of those clockwise, one of those counterclockwise. Then we're gonna follow with 10 hand release push-ups. So for your hand release push-ups, you start at the bottom, right chest and thighs touching the floor, then just release your hands, and then from there just press to a plank position, right? You can always scale this by dropping to your knees and still maintain that same range of motion. And then 200-meter run. For the 200-meter run, if you don't have a map, if you don't have a set, not a big deal, just go for 1 minute, so 30 seconds at the door and then come back. You could also modify that with either some steps just on place for a minute. If you have a rower, you can run, then use a rower for 200 meters, or just jog in place. All right, now let's talk about the warm-up. So for today's warm-up, you guys are gonna be doing 2 rounds. And the first thing you guys are gonna be doing, you're gonna start with a 200-meter jog. Again, it's a jog, should be pretty easy. Remember, this whole thing should be scale of 1 to 10, about a 4. After the jog, you guys are going to be doing some good morning. So if you guys have a band, one of these bands, you can add a little bit more resistance by putting it around the neck. And then from there, just like holding suspenders. Okay? If you guys don't have that band, then you can use a PVC pipe or just a broomstick. Do the same thing, put it behind the neck like we do in classes. And then flex the knees and send the hips back. If you don't have any of that, just put the hands behind you and just do those without any weight, okay? Or a little bit of weight, unless it's pretty light. Don't go heavy, okay? Then from there, it's gonna be 10 shoulder pass-throughs. Again, whatever equipment you're using, right? If you're using a band, pull it, give it a little bit of tension. Main thing here, keep those elbows locked and keep the same tension, okay? Don't relax. Or do the same thing with the PVC pipe. Start pretty wide and then start narrowing your grip a little bit. And the last thing you guys are gonna be doing is gonna be 5 pike push-ups to a T-spine stretch. So basically this is, you guys are gonna get into a pike position, and the goal is to get the top of the head to touch the ground or as far as you can. And then when you're done with the push-up, you guys are gonna get the head through your arms. That's that T-spine stretch you guys are gonna be doing, okay? So the warm-up 2 rounds, not for time. This is for quality, nice and easy. 200-meter jog, followed by 10 good mornings, followed by 10 shoulder pass-throughs, and then 5 pike push-ups with that T-spine stretch.
Can we demo this so we can't do the pike handstand walk?
Oh yeah. So let's talk about the stops for the walk. So for this one, the first one is gonna be, if you can put your feet, right? If that's too much, you can start with walk a little bit farther away so your hips are not as elevated, right? So you're more into like a plane than on a pike, right? You can actually work with, you wanna try with the knees? No? Okay.
Oh,
You can actually get into right there, feet on the ground, turn around, okay? Or maybe get into a pike position from here. Can you get into a pike position? Good. And then do the same thing. Walk around. Okay. So it's up to you whether you use a box or use a chair. If that is too much on your shoulders or too much on your hamstrings, maybe just drop to the floor, get more into a plank position or to a pike position.
and if you have an object, say a bench or something long where you can't do the whole 360, just do a 180. Walk out, go all the way as far as you can to the right, then go all the way to the left, and then come back to neutral.
Right? So let's go over the pause while you rehab, okay?
Ooh.
So we're gonna be doing some Turkish get-up. It's gonna be 3 sets of 5. So you guys are gonna do 5 repetitions with one side with one arm, and then it's gonna be 5 repetitions with the other, okay? If you haven't done those before, start maybe empty-handed. If you have something that is light, probably use that before you start going heavy. So the first thing you're gonna do right here, so Jeff is laying on the ground, so it's gonna be from there. Go ahead and get your setup position right there when you lay up. All right, so then from here, you are going to press, use the elbow to press as you keep pressing, looking up. Look at, he's always looking up. Now he is pushing through the hand, bringing the hips up, knee on the ground, and then after that he stands up. Now he's gonna go in slow motion the way down. So knee is on the floor, then the hand, the leg gets through. Now the hips are on the floor, and the last thing is the shoulder, right? Let's do that with the opposite, right? So from here to come up, right? So you guys are gonna transfer from the shoulders to the elbows, to the elbows to the hand, right? Hips come off, then to the knees, then you stand up. The way down is you guys go in reverse, right? First the knee, then the hand, okay? Then the hips, then the elbows, and then you're down. Now if you guys have an object, right? If you feel comfortable with an object, right? You can roll her into a press, okay? Use maybe a little bit of momentum. Make sure here that your abs are tight. Don't let the legs come off the ground. Okay. Keep pressing up. Keep looking at the object. Okay. Don't look down. The way down, the same thing. Keep looking at the object, and then you're done. Okay. You don't have to reset the dumbbell down for each repetition. Once the dumbbell is overhead, you just keep it like that. Okay. 5 reps on one side, and 5 reps on the other. Have fun.